What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the next video on learning PHP. My name is QDS Danny and you guys watching my channel Coriowood. In this video we're going to see the overriding of method. Say for example we have a method here, that what happens if we have a base class and we have 2 or 3, say for example child class. So the child class 1, say for example it has the same method name, basic method, and the child class 2 or 3, whatever the child classes we have, they all have the same method. So what do you guys think? Do the child classes gonna inherit exactly, they're gonna, as our case, because we have access this one, do they access this one, or do they gonna come in conflict with each other, and they're gonna, say for example, output this one from the base class? We're gonna see that shortly. So method overriding, it happens when the base class method we're gonna redefine that one using the derived class name, for example function signature, or any other properties, and for example the access modifiers. And as access modifiers, you already know if you have public and or protected. So the purpose of overriding a method is to provide the functionality to the base class that isn't previously specified. Say for example if you have a class vehicle, and I'm going to show you guys here. Say for example we have a class vehicle, and we have a class car extends vehicle. We're gonna put it because that one's this one, that's not a very good idea, because you guys need to put the front when it comes to class, this one uppercase. So class vehicle. So now we have a class car. The second one is a subclass of this class. So, and we have another class. Say for example we put a class truck, and we put extends a vehicle. Alright, so now we have a class vehicle, which is the base class, and we have 2 subclasses here. So we're gonna put it here, we're gonna put a function, and we put a function color, for example color, and we put echo the color of vehicle class is for example white. All right, so now we have a function color. We're gonna define that one again, this color here, and we're gonna define again this color here. What do you guys think might gonna happen? That's what this video is about. So that's what we call this one overriding of methods. Okay, so for example this color, this the color of class car is, for example we're gonna put it green. Keep in mind that's a white, because this white belongs to the class vehicle. We have the same color here. We have this color is a green, and this green belongs to this car, the class car. And we have another one, class truck, and the color of the class truck is for example we're gonna put it red. Okay, so now what do you guys think might happen? Because now we have put a class color, and this class color, and this one we have already defined this this one here. In this video we haven't put anything here, and we could easily access here, and from our base class, because we have only one, we have only one subclass here. But in this class subclass, keep in mind subclass and derived class is the same. As I said to you guys, this class you can put it as subclass as well. So in C++ we call it derived class, but in PHP we call it derived class. Some folks they call it derived class, and some folks they call it subclass, but it's the same. So this class has is a base class, and this has 2 subclasses here. So the subclass 1 is a car, and this has the same method color, and this has the same method color. Alright, so now we're gonna come here and instantiate this one. Say for example, we put a my vehicle, which is gonna object my vehicle. We put a new. Now we're gonna put a car. We put a car. And we put a my vehicle, and we're gonna see color. And we put echo. We put a break. And now we're gonna put another one. Say for example, we're gonna copy that, and we're gonna instantiate the second one, which we're gonna say truck. Alright, so now we have a parent class, our base class vehicle. This one has a method inside, it's called color. So I have I need to put this one as well. Sorry about that, it's a bit hard to, okay, it's a bit hard to type and say at the same time. Alright, so now we have a class vehicle, and we have a method. The first one is a color. The color of the vehicle class is white, and we have the same guy here. We have a color. The color of the class car is green. This car is green, and we have a class truck, and they have the same, exactly the same method as here, and here. The color of the class truck is red. And now we instantiating not the parents but the two classes here. If our program PHP is clever and it's going to distinguish, say this one is going to be green and this one is going to red, our PHP is going to say, look, this is the one. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys to think, but I reckon the PHP is going to say this one is green, because as we instantiate this one, and this is going to be, say for example, red, because the PHP, this is called overriding of methods. And this is the best way for us to give a functionality to our function. Say for example, you don't have to come here all the time and access this method here. You don't have to do that. As in this case, this happened because we here, even though we instantiate this one our derived class, and you look in here, but still we are outputting the base method, which is this guy here. We don't, as in this case, we don't have here in our subclass any method, but in this case, in the second this guy is here, we have a function, but this function resembles exactly the same one as the top of the vehicle, but the color here is of the base class of the vehicle class. Our base class is white, and this guy here, the color of the car is green, the color of the truck is red. So we're going to run our program, we're going to save, and we're gonna refresh, and we're gonna see method overriding. So keep in mind, look at this guys, that's the best example I can give you. The color of the class car is green, the color of the class truck is red. This is called overriding of method, and it occurs when the base class method is redefined. And we're going to use the derived class's name, function signature, and the access modifier. Say for example, in our case, we put a public or protected. So regardless of what you guys going to put it here, say for example, we're going to, if you put another one, say for example, we're going to go to function, and we put a function, say for example, model, our number of wheels, number of wheels, and we put echo the number of wheels for class vehicle is, for example, 10. For example, okay, we're gonna copy this one from our base class, and we're gonna put it here. Number of wheels exactly the same number of wheels for the class car, is 4. We're gonna put it 4, and here we're gonna put this exactly the same method here. We're gonna put the number of wheels for the class truck, which is the subclass of the class vehicle, is for example 20, for example. Okay, so now even we're gonna try again, because we have a lot of similar methods here. We have a color, we have a number of wheels, which is the 10. Our this one you can put a 0, for example. We're going to 0 to see if the 0 is going to come, and this guys have the subclass has the same method, which we're going to put a 4, and this is going to be 20. So because we instantiated already our class, and all you guys needs to come here and say my class vehicle, and we're going to access that method, and we're going to see which one is that number of wheels. We put a say number of wheels. So here we're going to put a my vehicle, which is the object, and we're going to say number of wheels, which is the method. In all of our classes, in the 2 subclasses here, there's a subclass of a car and a truck, and we have the same method here inside our base class, but we instantiating our subclasses here. Okay, so now we're gonna put it here, as I said here. Now we're gonna see you need to put a break in all of them. So we're gonna put a break, and we're gonna put a break, and here you can put a line here. So put a big line to see all of the, say for example, we're gonna put a break as well here, and we're gonna put a break here as well. So we're gonna see, so the color of the car, class car is green, the number of wheels for the class car is 4, the color of the class truck is red, the number of the wheels for the class truck is 20. So why did not this one did not go on the base class? I did in this case. So in this case, look in here, we don't have anything here, and we don't have any method here. But even though we put a my object, we instantiate this one as happened here, because we are instantiating the subclasses here, the subclass of the class car and the subclass of the class truck. But we are when we instantiate that one, it goes directly on this method here. I'm from the base method. But in this case we have even similar ones, but it's not going to go on class truck, and it's not going to go on the wheel 0, as you guys are going to see, because it's a green and it's a red, it's a 4, and it's 20. This is called the overriding of methods in PHP. So this is giving more functionality and gives you guys as a PHP programmers, object oriented programmer, more power to control your classes, and to control your methods, and to control your subclasses. Even though we're going to create some subclasses here, it's going to give a lot of functionality for you guys. This brings a lot of opportunity and functionality, and gives you guys power to how you guys gonna, whichever guys if you guys want to put for example, make custom classes, so your class is not going to come in conflict is with each other. Same like a method overriding. When you guys override a method in C++, our Java, we're going to use the same methods. Our polymorphism, this is going to be, say for example, is very similar to polymorphism, because we have exactly the same color and we have exactly the same name, but we're going to use it differently. But in PHP, this is called method overriding of method, because we're going to override. So every time you instantiate this one, then the objects here are going to look for the color. So they're going to find this color here, but PHP is going to say, hey, wait a minute, there is another class here, green. Why not? I'm going to use this one instead of this one. So it's going to override this one. This guy here, this function here, this going to prioritize this one, going to go for this one, going to override this one. And then we're going to go say, yep, that's fine. Then we're going to go there and says, look, I have my vehicle, and I'm gonna access this method number of wheels. Then the PHP is gonna say, hey, wait a minute, there is another function here which belongs to this subclass. Even though we extend this one to the vehicle, is connected already, It says wait a minute, there is another one here with the same name, so why not? I'm gonna override this one again. So the PHP is gonna replace this one with this one, override this one. Same goes with the class track, and same goes with the class track. When we're gonna instantiate this one, then the class track is gonna go for look for the class color, and exactly at the same time it's gonna be looking for the class vehicle, because we're extending this one. This is the class track extends the vehicle and a subclass of the class vehicle. Then it's going to find this one and it's going to say, hey, wait a minute, there is another class, another method called color, and why not? I'm gonna override this one of the base class. So it's gonna override this one, and they're gonna go again on looking for number of wheels, and then PHP is going to look at the method of the base class, and the base class have a number of wheels, and the PHP is going to say, hey, wait a minute, there is another one's called number of wheels here, why not? I'm going to get this one. So PHP is going to override this one. So this is a method, overriding of method in PHP. This is very powerful. It customizes your code, it gives you more power, you can do whatever you want with your code. So this is I should put the title of this video as customizing, how we're gonna put a customizing, bring a power and beauty to your code, how we're gonna customize your code. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe Coriowood. If you guys have any question or comment, leave in the comment box. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.